So here we have a Downy Woodpecker, the smallest of our native woodpeckers. You see he's excavating his hole. They're of course built for this in so many different ways. Not only do they have the hardened beak, but they've got this reinforced skull, almost like a shock absorber skull, to help them prevent any kind of damage. Their toes are splayed in such a way that they can grip very well all different levels of the tree, and they've got very, very stiff tail feathers so that they can use them to brace themselves when they do this sort of thing. When they dig into a tree, it's usually a tree that they suspect either by hearing or other reason that there is insects living in their grubs. So oftentimes it's a dead tree or a damaged tree or something that's already compromised. There are little holes that they dig, and this one's excavating a nice little hole. I wonder if it's for more than just looking for food. They end up being the roosts and nests and the dens of all sorts of other birds and mammals and many other things. So these holes that they build end up being very, very important habitat structures. Many animals are able to raise their young because they do so in the leftover works of woodpeckers. The male woodpeckers have usually red on them. In the case of the Downy woodpecker, our smallest one here, be that little patch of red in the back of the head. So they're beautiful little birds, very long tongues so that they can reach in there. It's barbed so they can grab whatever grub or whatever is in there. And it's very long. It wraps back and around inside the skull so that they can have extra reach, as it were. So again, woodpeckers are wonderful little creatures, and we should certainly appreciate that the work that they do is not so much destructive as actually being reactive to whatever damage and other things are already inside the tree. And you can see, even though this is our smallest woodpecker, he's really getting to work there. There's a lot of good getting the job done. You can see all sorts of pieces flying out and so forth. Woodpeckers are non-migratory for the most part. A few species are, but they stay mostly in one area. They will, of course, use feeders, and are particularly because they like the protein. The insects is primarily their food. They'll end up coming to suet feeders more than anything else, but also feed on seeds. Every once in a while, you get one of them that pounds on a wall or something, and there may be some problems. Either there may be compromises in there. There could be insects inside the wood. If a woodpecker is pounding on the side of your house, you may want to have that checked out to see if there's insects inside, insect damage. But they'll sometimes just hear electrical things. They'll hear a clock, they'll do that and check. He's going right back to the same little area. Beautiful little bird. The smallest of our native woodpeckers locally, the Downy Woodpecker. The hairy looks so much like it, but has a much larger proportional, is a larger bird, and also has a much larger proportional bill. Oh well. One last peek, and it'll depart.